Hi guys, welcome. Can you hear me? Thanks for coming. We should be starting in another 3 or 4 minutes. So I'm just getting centered. Kathy, I'm so glad you got to make it. Welcome. Thanks for coming in. We got about 2 more minutes and we'll be starting. All right, here we go. Okay, so welcome everyone. Please forgive me. Um, I'm still setting up my stuff. I got my monitor and stuff rearranged. I finally got my monitor mounted, but I still don't have my chair, so I'm having to look up right now instead of looking at right at it directly. So please forgive me. I'm going to be like looking up. I still don't have my camera the right way that I want it, and I'm also getting ready to like do tarot where you can see me, my hands, and see me. So two cameras. So welcome everyone. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Cindy. I am at Simply Cindy. Thank you so much for joining my live. This is a great space. These are some wonderful souls. I am a psychic medium. I do have lots of tools in my basket. Tonight, we're just going to be talking about some astrology. We have this Libra solar eclipse coming, and like you see it on my screen right now. Please forgive me. Hold on just a second. Bear with me. Um, I got to get it just right. So we've got a lot going on, and I kind of wanted to see uh, how it affected 6 months ago when we had the lunar eclipse in Libra and I had the video up yesterday. I had it connected in the description box in the last live, and I wondered if you guys saw it again. Did you guys go through it again? What was different? Because this time it's a solar eclipse, so we were leaving something behind in the lunar eclipse 6 months ago in Libra. Now we are moving into the solar eclipse in Libra, which means there's something gained because we left something behind, right? But I talked yesterday about how all of these are connected, how Saturn, how Chiron, how the North Node, how Black Lilith, um, and then we have Mars over here and Jupiter and Uranus. I talked about all of these. I talked about Pluto. If you guys can see on, because Pluto's a generational planet and has to do with your us as generations, and then your bloodlines, right? So your DNA, and then other lives that you've lived. So I mentioned that as Pluto goes back into Capricorn, we were going to see empires fall. We're going to see something that y'all didn't think were going to happen because these systems are so stuck, but it is the last of these systems. Like, they have to go. So whatever has to go has to go. And that doesn't mean that I choose who goes. It means as a society, we choose what are we keeping, what are we leaving, what structures need to be changed, what need to come crumbling down completely, right? Those people that were hidden and doing all those things that you're seeing right now in the news, that all has to come down. It's got to come down. No more hurting people with these systems, no more leaning on these systems too much. So that's a big thing that's going on with Pluto in Capricorn right now. This is the last hurrah of Pluto finishing up in Capricorn, right? Now we may see some of the symptoms sort of not completely fall. How do I say this? Because we're moving into Aquarius energy that's going to be very different, but it's about the group. And so whatever systems we have left, we have to like look and see what we're going to do about those, right? Hey, Aries, how are you? So, she says hi. So anyway, I talked a lot about that yesterday, and I kind of wanted to see if anybody had any questions about either their chart. I don't have anything prepared tonight. I have been working all day getting everything settled so that I can come on 5 nights a week. So in order to do that, we have to have a schedule because I have a grandson now, my daughter, and all of that. So, and then I just happened to get, the person to come in and mount my monitor, change my desk around. I'm still moving all of that stuff. So I don't have anything prepared. I'm just kind of looking at these charts, and I'm wondering if anybody has any questions about their chart, about this transit with the solar eclipse, about what this might mean, where they have it in their house, and we can kind of look at that, and we can just hang out. So I'm on here because I want to make it a habit to be on here 5 days a week. You guys have made that possible for me. You guys, with all of your sharing and your liking and you're watching the videos over and over, and you're buying me coffee and you're getting readings and all of that. And soon enough, as soon as they approve me, I can start the membership. So I think because you guys are watching it so much, uh, I may have enough hours to just turn on my AdSense again, which means I'll automatically get into the membership stuff. So, so what does that mean, Doris Story or Doris Troy? What's up for me? What question astrologically do you have about what's going on? She said, I meant for me. Yeah, seeing that. Yeah. Me and my 12th house. So, Aries, do I have your chart? I think I have your chart. Dora Destroy, do I have your chart? Have I done your chart before on here? Me and your... So, is it okay if I show your chart, Aries? Or Dora? Either one of you guys? And we can kind of see? Okay. Is it under Dora Destroy, or what did I put it under? It's under Dora Destroy? Let me look. Um, I'm just hoping you guys can't see all the files when I open it. Hold on. I don't think you can. Oh, no, you can. Okay. Let me look. Oh, yeah, I have you. Okay. So, this is what we're going to do. Let me move us. Okay. So, I'm going to do Dora first, Aries. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Cindy. So, Aries, let me do Dora's Destroy first, and then I'll do you. I'm pretty sure I have your chart. But I found Dora's. So, what are you under? Oh, yeah, second. Dora, is this your chart? June 6th? Yeah, this is your chart. Okay. Let's look. Transit 4. Okay. Okay. Perfect. I'm sorry, I'm going to drink some of my drink. I'm so thirsty. And I promise once I get my chair, because it'll go higher, I won't be looking up the whole time. Sorry. Okay. Wow, you got a lot of stuff going on here. Okay, I am looking at, so this outer part is where the planets are going to be on October 2nd at the eclipse, okay? And then the inner part is Dora's natal chart, okay? I know that can look confusing, so we're going to take it very, very slow, okay? So right now, yeah. Look at that, Libra. So this is going to be happening in your 6th house. Yeah. Yeah, so this is going to be happening in your 6th house. See? And you have Pluto in your 6th house. Are you having a lot of physical issues? Because you got the right now. So on that day, you're going to have the moon, Mercury, Black Moon, Lilith, the sun, and the South Node. Wow. Um, and you have Uranus and you have Pluto. They're in your natal. So you were born with Pluto in your 6th house and Uranus in your 6th house. Okay. And these are retrogrades. So these are inner things that you're having to deal with. The psychological BS of my emotions can run away from me. And then it shows physically, right? Hey, Ellen. Yeah. That's funny that you say I'm about to get sick. I was about to get sick, but I'm about to get well. because you're like calling that to you, right? You're not about to get sick with this. You're about to stand your ground and have some transformation. You know how to do this. You've done this before because it's transiting here, right? So the South Node is transiting here, right? Stress-induced illness. You got to learn to let that go. You got to learn to let the energy flow. But there is something there because you have Mercury here, right? And so this is something that did you work on letting this go 6 months ago? Did you work on understanding how your stress and emotions can really wreak havoc in your body? And have you done the things that you need to do to help you get on that? Or did you lose something 6 months ago or in these last 6 months regarding your health and wellness? Does that make sense? What was it? What was going on 6 months ago? Because that's what I want to look at. I want to look at what happened 6 months ago when we had the lunar eclipse, and then what's happening, what could be happening in the next 6 months, right? So when we had the lunar eclipse here in Libra, yes, but have not been able to get time to myself due to drama with landlady and also you said landlady and also having to have my mother moved from assisted living to nursing home. Okay. Mm. But what was going so yeah. Mm. What would you consider that you lost in that with having your mother moving from assisted living to a nursing home? This is something that you let go of. This is something that was just moved away from you, or it could have been taken from you, or it could have been closed out. There was something that you had to let go of to be able to, and this may be something that you've been working on for these last 6 months, right? So I've been working a lot trying to find, still trying to find the apartment. That's right. Okay. That's, it's not your house and home, but it is that would be your fourth house. I'm just looking at your sixth house. You had some closures recently too because of that Virgo, and we had some closures in Virgo. So was it that you understood because it's Pluto and that's psychological? Was it that you stopped trying to control it so much and made it oh yeah, I let go of finance connecting to my mother. Okay. There was something, yeah, okay. So, and that has to do with your sixth house apartment. Yeah. That's the I want to see this. So here's the thing. As you're thinking about this, I don't want you to think loss. I want you to think I'm gaining something because that's what the solar eclipse is about, right? It will eclipse you. It will clip you, right? That's an eclipse. So it's almost like the universe picks you up and puts you right on your path, even though you've never left your path. It's the one that you're like dreaming of, envisioning. So in the next 6 months, because of the last 6 months, this is going to be poignant for you, having to do with your mother, having to do with your apartment, having to do with your living situation, having to do with finances. Okay. So I feel like in the next 6 months, this is a good thing for you. It's all of a sudden, and you have Uranus there. Yeah. Yep, Black Moon Lilith. You may have to stand up for yourself. You may have to like say something, but or stand your ground about some things. But I feel like you're going to gain something. So the apartment you could gain. It is Libra, so it's balancing. If you've been without, if you have done too much, if you've been working a lot, it's going to balance it, right? But it is going to bring you something. You are going to get not just some closure, which you just probably did with Virgo, but in the Libra, I feel like you get um, closer to what. When I say closer, I don't mean that you won't get the exact dream. I just mean that maybe you'll get the apartment, but you it takes a minute to move in, right? Or maybe that you get word that this apartment is coming up in 3 weeks instead of right now. Like it's like you get this gift, you get this. So I don't even say it's a gift. It's something that you worked on because you let go of this other thing, okay? And it does have to do with your health and well-being too. So because of the sun, so with the sun there, I feel like you're going to get some really good clarity about something. So something is coming to light, something that you have wanted, could be your apartment, is coming to light. Mm. It's just that it's so close to that. It's not right on top of Pluto, but it's so close to that Pluto. And it's so I like my orbs within 8 degrees at the most. I like them at 3 degrees apart. But there are some astrologers that do 10 degrees. So it's still, you know, technically within that Pluto would be giving you reward for the thing that you lost. And then Uranus is going to come change it. So whatever, this is why I'm not trying to guess what it is because Uranus is there. And every time we try to like see what it is, he totally just changes it. And like he doesn't change it. It totally comes in a very different direction than we have or that we think, right? Um but I do feel like you get because there's something that's going to come to light here. So Scorpio, which is your seventh house, has Venus there right now. And it's in sextile to your midheaven. You're going to get a gift there. Somebody's coming to help. Somebody's coming to open a door for you. But it has to do with this. Mm. I'm looking really closely because there's so many lines. I'm like, okay, where's everybody? Um, where is so Mars is in your fourth, having to do. Yeah, you're heading in the right direction. You see that Mars and that line right there? That's hitting your north node. That's your destiny, right? And so I'm trying to look and see with this transit and your destiny, how is it connected? And I'm seeing this Mars bringing something in that you've wanted so deeply, right? I think this must be about work and money. Yeah, it looks like that because your midheaven is highlighted here, but it has to do with your home too. It has to do with how you believe. It has to do with the things that you've been working on in the last 6 months. Yeah. Yeah, and it's aspecting the transiting Pluto. Mm, yeah, so I just saw, you see this? Your natal Pluto is trining on this day, is trining the 29-degree transiting Pluto. So this thing that you've been without, this thing that really, I can't say that word, but effed you over and you've been working through and you still have faith in and you know that it's going to have a good outcome, but you're having to struggle with the fear and you just keep your head up and you're like, no, this is going to work out. No, this is going to work out. Like all the psychological BS, right? Like you have been you've been doing, you did for your mother, you had to switch that over. You're trying to find a place that's not coming through, da, 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 like all of those fears that Pluto has been setting a fire. He's been really setting you up. I think you've understood your power, and for sticking your ground, I see black because of Black Moon Lilith and Mercury here and the Sun. Something's going to come to light. Like you're going to get rewarded for this. And I'm still going back to this Venus in Scorpio. It's hidden, but you're going to get it. Like you don't see it coming, but you're going to get it. Okay, does that make sense to you? Yeah, facing your fears. I work from home too. Oh, okay. Yeah. Mm, I just don't see you not getting a new place. I see you getting a new place. I see this coming in. I see this coming in. I see that you are afraid because it is Pluto. So he's like not making it easy for you. But then you have, all this going on. Oh man, you're having your Chiron return too? Holy shit. Girl, y'all are some tough mofos. I'm telling you, y'all, I'm just so honored to know y'all. So you're doing your Chiron return in your 12th house. Holy shit. Um, are you seeing the connection? Right. That's it. Okay. She said that's it. I'm sorry. I'm not like I'm just looking at what I'm seeing and I wasn't reading what you said. I feel something is going to come out of left field. Yeah, because you're Uranus, but also I'm hoping that you understand about your physical, how your emotions make you physically misaligned and can cause you to be in distress physically. Does that make sense? Uh, hey Alyssa, how are you? Everyone, this is Alyssa. Alyssa, say hi to everybody. So Alyssa is from Texas. Um, yes, my stress makes me sick. Yes, have you learned how to let go of the stress? Relax through the stress? Work with the stress? Because if you haven't, that's what that Chiron return is going to do. Yeah, you're going to be working on it for a minute. That's that Chiron return. That's in your 12th house. Like it comes out of nowhere too. Just stick to your belief system, stick to your understanding. I do see you getting something. I do see you getting something. So, one, two, look at your second and your eighth. Oh, yeah. So you were born with Neptune in the eighth house. Girl, you can manifest money like nobody's business. And I'm talking like not you, like somebody comes to you with money or somebody comes to you with gifts. Like you manifest that way. There's nothing wrong with that. Uh, your second house, Gemini, Jupiter. Yeah, you have Jupiter there right now. And oh yeah, you're about to get some money. You're about to get some money. I see that right there. I'm sorry. Let me show you. So Jupiter's at 21 degrees right now in Gemini. She has Gemini as her second house, her resourceful. People help me out. They do. They do. I'm telling you, they do. So you guys know that I like at 23 degrees for it to start giving forth what it's going to give forth, right? 23 onward, at degree 23 and onward. We're at 21 degrees, so you should start already. But because you have that Neptune there, you were born with Neptune there, but then we have Gemini, we have Jupiter transiting your second house right now. So you were born with Neptune in your eighth house, right? People will always help you. Um, and then the way that I see it, that sun, as soon as that sun is where you can see, yeah, your worth. You're probably shocked that you're in the position that you're in because you have the sun in the second house. Uh, oh yeah, because I could go on forever. I don't want to get too far deep into it. You're probably stunned, or were about 6 months ago, where you're like, I cannot believe this is happening. This is not the way it usually happens. This is not. It happens in such a different way. I have such luck. Things go my way. If they don't go my way right away, it turns all of a sudden. And that turning all of a sudden that you're used to hasn't happened yet. There was the thing that you needed to work on in that sixth house and that 12th house. But you have worked on it. Yeah, she says it totally exactly. So this is what I'm seeing right here. So you've got something coming, not just that I see right here. Every time I'm looking at this Venus, Venus is like talking to me, telling me she's got something coming. We're not gonna say yet because it hasn't developed or in open. Like it hasn't showed itself yet, right? Okay. I hope that helps. Uh, in this, whatever your belief system is, stick to your belief system. Okay, you got to stand up for yourself. You have Black Lilith. See, in the past, you didn't have to stand up for yourself so much because things would just happen for you. Right now, you have to stand up for yourself. There are things that you have to say. There are things that you have to do. Okay, so congratulations, you do have stuff coming. It looks like you. It looks like Pluto was really messing with you, but you've overcome that, or you're overcoming that. So congratulations. Okay, now we'll do Aries. So let me look at Aries. Okay. This is you, right, Stephanie? By the way, everybody, Aries is named Stephanie. See what we got. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Hold on to your seats, everyone. Hey, Tammy. Yeah, sure. We'll do you next, Tammy. Hi, Eagle. I didn't even see that you were here. Hi. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not really like looking at what y'all are saying because I'm like totally trying to channel and see what I see with your because I'm being nosy. I'm really being nosy. I want to see how y'all are gonna do this. I want to see what's coming for y'all because I'm being nosy. Okay, so let's see. Are you two? You and Dora. Y'all are both sixth housers. So it's gonna happen in your sixth house as well. Wow. Uh this is cool, these chart readings, right? So both of you guys have Pluto in your sixth house, and then you got the actual, like Dora did, but you have Venus in there. Wow. Still in Scorpio, but it's in your sixth house. Where hers is in the seventh, yours is in the sixth. So yours is going to come right away. Aries, you got some stuff, good stuff coming. Here's the thing. You have been, oh my God. And I know you saw me last week, right? Yeah. You said it last month. Yeah. You've got some stuff coming. You've been working hard with that Saturn, and Pluto has been messing with you. Pluto has been messing with you. But here's the thing. Black Lilith is coming. Okay? And Black Lilith don't mess around either. Okay? So Black Lilith knows her power, and it may be just what you need to do to finally stand up to Pluto, where Pluto's like, hell yeah. Now I can give her her reward. Now she knows her power. Go, girl. Does that make sense, Stephanie? Because look, you have Venus, you have the moon. I mean, obviously we know the sun and the moon coming together is the eclipse, right? It's the eclipse, and it's the eclipse right here. Okay. Um, it's a solar eclipse on your south node, so you're on the transiting south node. That means it's the ending of something that you are going to see. This is what's confusing everybody, because this is your south. This is the south node that's transiting, right? That doesn't mean, see, her south node she was born with right here, but the south node on October 2nd is going to be right here. Well, south nodes are about the past lives, about what we've mastered, about what we can close up, about what we don't need to lean on anymore, right? But it's confusing everybody because it's a solar eclipse, which means we gain something. So this is the way that I see it. We let something go. We learn how to balance what I just said about Dora. She's used to things turning her way really quickly, and they haven't in the last 6 months, right? But with this, as you do it, something comes to you, because it's a solar eclipse. It will eclipse you. It's like the universe grabs you by your little shoulders and says, here you go. You're going right there. Okay. With Black Moon Lilith, it's like you want to head in that direction. You're standing up for yourself, but also with Mercury, you're processing, you're understanding. You're like, holy shit. No wonder that was happening to me. Now I'm giving you an example. With Mercury there, it's like all of a sudden you see with the sun and you feel with the moon, and the Black Lilith makes you stand and know that you are worth it. And Mercury is like, holy shit, why the hell was I allowing that to happen? Or like, holy shit, why did I do it that way? That's so freaking hard. I made it harder for myself. Like, I'm giving you examples, right? I fear I will need bail if I don't communicate correctly. True, you might. Don't worry, we got your back. We'll get the bail money for you. So this may be how you may be feeling, is like all of a sudden in the next 6 months, because remember the solar eclipse, just like the lunar eclipse lasted for 6 months in Libra, this solar eclipse is going to be lasting for the next 6 months. That doesn't mean that the whole 6 months you're going to be getting things. It means that you'll, in the next 6 months, somewhere, could be one thing, could be 10 things, could be 5 things. It depends on where you are on your path, right? That makes sense? Y'all are too funny. So I've seen that you finally stand up because you see the truth and you feel it within you. But when you do it, there's that Venus right there. And he is talking to all of them. And they're trying to balance this. So whatever's been imbalanced for you with relationships, same thing with you, Dora, Whatever you have had to sacrifice, whatever you have had to give too much of, you are going to get that back like a lot more. Does that make sense? That makes sense to you guys? And because Pluto and Saturn have been there, Saturn has been making you work for it, and you have it at retrograde as well. So this is all inner work. This is all what did I work hard enough? Did I do the right thing? And Pluto is messing with you. Pluto's messed with you your whole life like that, right? Right? Thank the stars. Now I'm gonna look and see where it's talking to. See the same thing. So she's got. So here's the difference. Sorry, it's not the exact same thing. Dora had a trine going on with this 29-degree Pluto that's transiting, where Aries has a square, right? So this square is like, are you going to do it? Are you not going to do it? Are you going to stay in your fear? Or are you going to just talk mess? Are you going to do what you said you're going to do? Or are you going to follow through? Or are you going to quit? Are you going to cry like a baby? Or are you going to stand up and... Are you going to go to jail? Or are you going to do it right where you don't have to go to jail? And don't have to hurt people. Like, that's the square going on. Pluto. So your natal Pluto, what you've done all your life, right? And other lives with this Pluto having to do with balancing this in your sixth house. Are you going to take care of yourself this time? Or are you going to blow up and go to jail and then you're going to be suffering? What you going to do? Yes, because I've learned not to be so impulsive. Perfect. That's what they're doing. That's these two Plutos. So the Pluto that you were born with compared to the Pluto, it's only one Pluto, but you understand that this is the Pluto that you were born with. So you were born with Pluto at this spot, and then this is where Pluto actually is on October 2nd. Okay? Same Pluto, but they're just talking, if that makes any sense. Right? It is so important for you to balance. You got to balance. I know that so as an Aries, if you feel passionate about something, you will just take it and run. And you will run it to death if that means that you don't get any sleep, that you don't get to eat, that you're not taking care of yourself, all that, right? And so with Black Lilith here, with this going on here, and remember, Saturn likes to test you. So he's like, go ahead. Pluto, go ahead, do your shit. Mess with Aries, and let's see if she's really going to do what she says she's going to do, because I'm testing her. That's Saturn. So you probably have, in the last 6 months, because this was the lunar eclipse, right? On October 2nd, we're going to have a solar eclipse. Same sign. Okay? So 6 months ago, you've been working on what you lost, what you transformed, what you changed, what that portal that you went through. This time, you're going through the portal. This is a different way to say it. You're going through the portal, and it's like you get on that path, but you're gaining something because you let something go for these last 6 months. Does that make sense? Yes, because I will do it right. It's so hard, yet so easy. Because they look like foolish person, not just a push down person. No, it's true. It's true. But you have to remember that everybody's on their own path. And how do I say this the correct way? So I don't know why that song. Is it worth it? Let me work it. That song just came up. Is it worth it? But I cussed all the way home. Yeah. I forgot the rest of the song. Something down and reverse it. I forgot. But whatever. That song just came up for you. So from now on, when you get upset, think about me singing that song to you. Is it worth it? Let me work it. Dora said, "Oh, I just remembered I'm going to a shamanic sound bath session October 2nd. That's awesome. That's the right place to be. You got this, Aries. So here's the thing, Aries. You're already doing this. This is what you've been practicing for the last 6 months. You're going to gain something. This Venus is really talking to me. But again, because she's in Scorpio, she is talking to the rest of them, but she's hiding. For some reason, she's hiding her gift. Yes, that's a great one. Yeah. Venus is like talking to Saturn saying, you can test her, my baby girl, all you want. She's getting her gift. That's what Venus says. That makes sense. You're going to stand your ground with something. This is over the next 6 months. So I will say both you and Dora are going to be practicing standing your ground. But it's like you really, so Aries, you always feel it, right? But it's like you really know, and it's not even a fight. You're just standing here. You're like, whatever, I'm standing my ground. Do your thing, run around, run crazy, spin out of control, do whatever you're going to do. I'm standing my ground. Period. The end. Like that. Okay? I'm going to bring that gift right on it. Exactly. Exactly. Let me look. Yeah, and you have Black Lilith in your 10th house anyway, so you're really good at in your career or out in your reputation. I'm just looking to see what else, because you got a lot of squares going on, which is probably why you're so like agitated easy right now. You see all this red? Dora did not have all that red. She had blue. You have all this red. You're just really easily agitated, but that's good because I think for a long time, because here's the thing with Aries, they're really like headstrong about stuff, but when they love somebody and the people that are close to them, they'll give them passes. And then I think it was time to stop giving so many passes, right? All those squares make you moody AF. Yeah. But I think she needs to be moody. I think she needs to stand her ground. I think it's time. Because here's the thing, Aries, you don't want to live. You're in a great. I mean, we had a reading together. So, I mean, we had coffee together, right? So, I remember feeling your space and the people around you as where you should be, except for that you're not being your true self. That's it. And so I think this is why you have all this agitation going on, because it's time to be your true self. Listen, I'm about to have a sit down table talk. Yeah, I think that's what this is. I absolutely, and you're going to get such gifts. Because let me tell you, when Pluto gifts you, y'all are seeing it. Y'all are seeing the gifts that you can get from Pluto. Even though Pluto's tearing down systems and stuff in Capricorn, he's also gifting too, right? Pluto gives great gifts on your path. Saturn, Daddy Saturn, y'all know how I feel about Daddy Saturn. He gives great gifts once you stand in your authority, once you take the initiative, once you stand your ground, once you do the work. And with Pluto, all he's asking you is to understand your power and take it back. I'm going to take it from you. Take it back. Pluto, you should love Pluto, actually, Aries, because he's that feisty, like, you're like, yeah, take it from me so I can take it back. Like that. Like, think of Pluto like that, okay? That makes sense? Okay. So, because I read both of y'all, do either one of y'all, and I'm going to read, who was I going to read next? I think it's Cindi, right? Or Eagle. Who was it? Pick up your power. Yeah. Look, we got stuff to do. Y'all need to pick up y'all's power, because I can't have y'all without power. We got stuff to do. So, oh yeah, Tammy, that's who's next. And then Eagle. So Thank you so much. I simply love you. You know I love you more. I love all of y'all. Y'all are wonderful. I already told y'all yesterday. But I'll tell y'all again, Aries, since you like it. Since you're an Aries and you want to hear it again anyway. I love you dearly. I'm so honored to know you, women who are like, y'all have been through some bullshit. Y'all have just, I cannot believe the stuff that you have been through. So let me say this. I would not believe of the stuff that you have been through and continue to open your heart and continue to be kind and continue to search and want to be better. With the stuff that y'all have been through, I'm talking each one of y'all, every one of y'all. I wouldn't believe that if it hadn't happened to me too. So that's how I know that this is the right group. And I am so honored that I get to speak to you guys, that I get to be in this group. I am really, really honored. So that's why I can talk to you guys this way. That's why I can tell you what, your planets are really saying, because they'll call you out when you need to be called out. It's just how we are, right? Um, yeah. So, do either one of you, before I go on to Tammy, the community is awesome and it's just growing and growing. I mean, look at Alyssa. Alyssa's joining. We get one more, we get two more, it's just going to keep going. It's just going to keep going, right? So, I'll be heading off to work. Would love a reading, so maybe tomorrow. Absolutely. If I don't get to you tonight, Eagle, and you have to go, then I'll do you first thing tomorrow, okay? Even if we don't do open readings tomorrow, I'll still do yours, okay? Yep, locked down. So, either one of y'all have any questions about that? I'm going to do Tammy and then I'll do Eagle. But if Eagle's not here, Cindi, I'll do you next, okay? Because she's on her way to work. So, no questions, Dora or Aries. Because I'm going to move on now. Okay. Now, Tammy. Tammy, I cannot remember if I have yours. I know I have yours on Discord, but I don't know if I have yours here. Eagle, I have yours, I know, but I don't think I have Tammy's. No, I don't have it here. Okay, that's okay. We'll just open a new one. Tammy, I have yours, but it's on Discord. It's not on this one. Can you pull my info in, or do I have to have already sent it? No, you can do it. Just let me do, so y'all remind me, because I'm gonna start channeling forget. So I'm going to do Tammy, and then I'm going to do Eagle. But if Eagle goes to work because she's on her way, then I'm going to do Cindi Carlson. If I can't do Eagle, if I do Eagle, then I'll do Eagle and then Cindi, and then I'll do you, Ellen. Okay? All right, Tammy. Look. Tammy, you're in. I know you're in Canada, but where? I need city. Yeah, no problem, Ellen. Thank you. Thank you guys for always being here, being moderators, showing up. I appreciate it. Tammy, can you, thank you guys for giving me hearts. I just looked down and saw all the hearts y'all are giving me. Ontario, Hamilton. Okay. Just a second. Okay. And months of July. I need a birth time, Tammy. Okay. Thank you, Aries. Hi, Yosef. How are you? You don't know. So, do we want to do a sunrise chart? Because you don't know your birth time? Do you know the exact time, Tammy? Or we'll just do a sunrise chart. Thought we figured this out before. Okay, we'll say 11. I know you're a Cancer, so there's your Cancer. Virgo. Yeah, I think you are a Virgo. Does that look right? I think we just, because I kind of remember your chart. I don't know why, but I do. Um, 2. Okay. Ooh. So it looks like you're having it in your first house, right? Uh, so you're having this eclipse in your first house, right? You just had some closures of some things going on, and we talked about this before. But you have Black Moon. Wow. So 28, 29. There's a little bit of your Black Moon Lilith that you were born with talking to the transiting Black Moon Lilith right on this day, on October 4th, on October 2nd, but I feel like something must have happened recently because you just had Black Moon Lilith go over your natal Black Moon Lilith. Are you please, Tammy, tell me you're manifesting money and things and the way that you want your life to be. Please tell me you're doing this. Because you have Neptune, your natal Neptune in Venus. I don't know why, guys. Venus is talking to me a lot tonight. A lot. Okay. Tammy said yes, she is. Good. You should be getting a lot of stuff that you've been wishing for, that you've been waiting for, that you've been manifesting. This is Neptune is really activated by this Venus. And this Venus, I don't know why she's being so like in my face tonight. Because usually she's very like calm. I know. So for those of you that have never seen me, these planets, because I'm a medium, they're like characters for me. And they have personalities. And usually she's pretty balanced with me. But tonight she's like wanting to show me stuff that she's giving y'all. I don't know why. I guess because she's excited and y'all are getting stuff for the next 6 months. Like, if y'all started getting stuff already, it's just started. Y'all are going to be so thrilled because you think, so this is what she's showing me. Some of y'all think these good things are starting to happen. I don't want to get overly excited because they might go away quickly, like they have in the past. Right? Like, I want to be in the energy flow of manifesting and getting abundance, but I'm afraid because I've done that before and then it stopped quickly. So I think she's helping you work with your fear here. I know this is totally off topic, but this is what she's saying. This is what I'm feeling. It's like I'm afraid to be happy about the things that are coming. I just want to make sure that I've been doing it right. And I just want to make sure that the energies are good, that I can work with, because I don't want things to be pulled out from under me. It's almost like we're traumatized with that, right? So I'm here to tell you for the next 6 months, it's already started with me. I know some of you it started with you. You're going to be receiving things. Things are going to be opening up. They already have. It's going to be more. You're going to be so overwhelmed. Don't be afraid. She's saying don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Don't think you're not worth it. You've done a lot of work. That now is the time. That's what I'm seeing. Her and Black Moon Lilith. Like, immediately I saw Black Moon Lilith. Like, you deserve this. You've done a lot of work for this. You deserve this. That makes sense? The only reason this moon is not right here is because it's not the exact time, but it is on October 2nd. So just think of the moon. The moon is going to be right at 9 degrees. So on all of y'all, on October 2nd, the moon is going to be at 9 degrees. The sun is going to be at 9 degrees in Libra. Okay? And then you have all these other planets. Okay? Black Moon Lilith especially. Does that make sense? I feel like things are coming in for you. Yeah. Yeah. I know that some of y'all want to breathe some relief, but you don't trust it yet, and that's okay. Where is this? Yeah, especially because you have that Pluto. Pluto's transiting your 5th house. So he's really has been transiting your 5th. This is the last that he's going to do it in Capricorn. So I think you were understanding more of, I think you do understand more of what you needed to do if that meant shut some people out, shut some, close down some things, don't lean on things so much, blah, 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 to make you happy, Understanding your independence is what I'm getting for you, right? That's this Pluto, and it's all psychological. Yeah, because he's there, but then you have Pluto here too. I mean, Saturn here too. And that's your south node too. Mm. Let me look at this real quick because I see your Jupiter's at your 10th house, and I know that finding your work and your reputation, you've been working on that. So let me look and see what's going on here. Oh, it's with your natal moon. Mm. No. So I think a big thing for you too, Tammy, is trying to figure out just who you are, just what you're trying to identify as. Like, I've gotten a glimpse of what things that I can do, of skills that I have, of the fact that the universe is open to me. I've learned some tools. I'm practicing those tools. But who am I really? Like, how do people see me out in the world? But who am I, right? And I feel like as you do this, because Jupiter's at 21 degrees in your 10th house, so you've got some luck coming there. See, I think Jupiter starts giving us our gifts at 23 degrees and on. Okay. And then Mars. See, you know how to work in this energy because your Cancer sun. So you know how to focus that energy that Mars has and give you some gumption to do what you want to get things done, right? Yeah. Let me look. I wouldn't doubt it if in the next couple of weeks, if not 2 or 3 weeks. Gosh, I don't even see it that far. I wouldn't doubt it if something finds you. I'm not gonna say you find it. I'm gonna say something finds you. Yeah. Look. Mm. So you got Chiron in your 8th house. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I feel like with you, I feel like you finally, in the next 6 months, you're going to be working on finally understanding just where your place is in your immediate world. I won't say in the world, but in your like immediate world. So I feel like things are going to open up. I feel like um when I'm looking at this first house, I'm seeing like you stand up for something, and because you stand up for something, you get this huge gift. And you did have to let go of something in the last 6 months. Now, I know you doing tarot readings and working at that place was very important to you, right? And that is something that you had to let go of, right? And so I feel like you're going to get something better. I just feel like you're going to get something better in these next 6 months. Yeah. And because you have Jupiter, you were born with Jupiter here, retrograde, and you have Saturn retrograde transiting on top of your Jupiter. Yeah, this can change. It comes from nowhere. Again, you should be manifesting. So whatever that is, you should be coming. It should be coming to you. You are way too powerful right now to not be manifesting stuff. Like a lot of us, it's not time, but you are a little different. That makes sense. Okay. Okay. Who was it? Who was next? I want was it Eagle? Are you still here, Eagle? If you're at work, then I'll do Cindi. Because I think Eagle. Okay. Perfect. Let me look at yours, Eagle. All right. Eagle, this is you, right? Wait, what did I just do? Hold on. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Yeah. I'm pretty sure you're gonna have one before the 6 months, but it's during the 6 months that you get another one, and it's a good one. Okay. Oh, Eagle. This is in your second house. So you're gonna have the lunar. I mean, this lunar. You had the lunar eclipse in your second house. What did you have to let go of? What did you lose? What was like threw you for a loop? And you've been working on gaining something since in the last 6 months. This has to do with your resources. This has to do with the way that you make what you want to do. Your skills. Not your skills. Your skills are in your third house, but it's like the way. What's your resources? What's your worthiness? What's your Yosef, I've already made the list. I have like three others, so I'm not gonna do any more after that. But I will be on every night for the next 3 days, so you're welcome to come back. Thank you, Cindy. I'll buy you coffee tomorrow. It's late here. I'm going to bed. No problem, Tammy. Thank you. Love you. Thanks for coming in. I'm glad I could help. So whatever it is that you've been working on, cool, 16 in the room. Nice. This has to do with your resources. Your no. Yours isn't more of resources. Yours is more of your worthiness. Yours is more of like, do I actually have this? Can I have this? Whether that's a relationship, whether that's the job, whether like it has to do with your self-esteem, right? So whatever had you lose something in your lunar eclipse 6 months ago, there was something that just threw you for a loop and it changed. What was that? Good night. Do you know what that was? Because this is in your fourth house. I mean your fourth house, your second house. So here's the thing. Because again, we're dealing with the south node, which is something that you have done before, something that you maybe lean on too much, something that having to do with resources. Um, Something that you understand, but because the sun is going to be there, the moon's going to be there, the eclipse is going to be there. You've got Black Moon Lilith, who is going to stand up and say, "Yes, I am worthy." Hell yeah, you better give that to me. No, I'm not going to do this. I'm going to do this. And Mercury helps you process this. Mercury helps you understand. And as soon as you understand, this is a solar eclipse. You're about to get something for the next 6 months. Could be one thing, could be 10 things. It depends on your path. You have Jupiter here, which is already being activated. Yeah, because it's at 1 degrees in Libra, right? So it's already being activated. You should already get some stuff, right? This is a bigger understanding. This is the higher knowledge of Jupiter. I don't feel like it's just presence. I feel like it's understanding too. But I'm not saying that it's not gifts as well. Yeah, and then you have Pluto in your third house. Hmm. So does all that make sense? I see that. Yes, I know what you're talking about. It's about me being worthy of relationships where someone doesn't have to betray me. Perfect. So I feel like you're going to gain something through this in the next 6 months, not just the psychological stuff and not just the inner stuff. Because this, see, they're not retrograde. This isn't inner. This is in your outer world. So I feel like you will get something, maybe even a partner, maybe some more dates, or maybe the actual right ones, or the one that you're seeing now. You're going to get something out of this in the next 6 months. You're going to be building on that. Okay. I'm looking at your Mars. Look at your Mars. You were born with Mars at 18 degrees in Cancer, and Mars is transiting right now on top of your Mars. So you should have a lot of energy because you are so you deal really well with emotions, and that's why, because you were born with Mars in Cancer. So you know the power of what emotions can do and how they can give you the energy to do what you need to do and get through some stuff. And I feel like you're going to be even more energized. Yeah, this is your 11th house too. And then you have the sun, I mean the moon right next to you. So I feel like you get stronger in not just this group, but other groups, your friendships. I feel like something's coming in your 11th house as well. Remember, Mars is going to be here for the next 2 months, and then he retrogrades back, right? So he's going to go, and then he's going to come back. So whatever, pay attention, you guys, to whatever's going on with Mars and Cancer, because that's going to come back around. But I don't feel like it's a bad thing for you, Eagle, because you were born with Mars and Cancer. Um, and then you have Jupiter in your 10th house. So I don't know what you do with work. I don't know. I feel like you're going to get lucky here. Not just luck, but it's almost like you may get more money. You may get a new position. You may get something. Something's changing here. Yeah. And it's hitting your south node. So this isn't anything bad. This is really good. And it's something that makes you feel more comfortable because it's hitting your south node. That makes sense? And then you have Uranus. So you have had so many awakenings. You've had really good luck with that. You've had like, you get to this place where you understand things on a deeper, deeper, deeper level. Like you'll listen to somebody, but then you have to go and like let it come through and sort of marinate in it, right? Let me think about another word. Sort of, not so sort of absorb it, right? And sort of really understand it, right? Um, because the ninth house for you is Taurus, so you have to take time with it. You really have to uh, know what it is that you want to believe, right? It's like you've always. It's almost like we're learning how to work with Pisces, Saturn and Pisces. You've always kind of done it with this Taurus in your ninth house, right? So I get it. Yes, yeah. So I feel with Uranus, there's a change. You're gonna have this bigger understanding, and it is. Mm, yeah, it has to do with the way that people see you out in the world, because this is your midheaven and this is Uranus, and it is retrograde right now. So it's like you're coming to an understanding, like, oh, I didn't realize people saw me that way, or I didn't realize people really liked me in that way, or I didn't realize it's like that. Okay. So just know that over the next 6 months, you need to, I don't think you're bad at this now, but you really need to emphasize of the fact that of who do I want around me, and who am I going to allow to help me, and who am I going to devote my energy to. If you do that and you're clear about that, you will get this. Okay? That makes sense? And just know when you do your skills, Venus is going to bring you something. Okay, perfect. All right, Cindi, you're next, I think, and then Ellen, and then I'm going. Okay. Cindi, I don't know if I have your stuff. Let me look. Because here's the thing. I have like 5 Cindis in here. I don't think I have yours. I have 6 Cindis, including myself. Yeah, I don't think I have yours. Okay, Cindi, I need your birth information. So I need birth date, birth time, birthplace. Thank you. I will have to watch this a couple of times to take it all in. Exactly. Do you see what I'm saying about that Taurus in the ninth house? Like you really want to envelop it. You really, it's almost like you don't just want to understand it in your brain. You want to understand it in your heart, and you want to understand it in your cells. Like that's how you take in information. Yeah, Cindy, I think she's still here. Cindy Carlson's still here. Yeah, I'm just waiting. Cindy, can you send me your info? And can you send me your info. I need birth date, birth time, birthplace. Yeah. Yeah, I can sense that. I can see that in your chart. November 19th, 1970. Okay. What is birthplace? Do can you tell me whether it was morning or night? We're gonna have to guess then. It's not gonna be like completely accurate. It's in Canada where? North Bay, Ontario. Okay. So Cindy, do you know whether it's daytime or nighttime? If you don't, I'm just gonna do a sunrise chart for you. That's okay. I'll just do a sunrise chart for you, and we'll see where your sun. Does this work? Okay. Have you? Does this? So your sun is Scorpio. I have your ascendant as Scorpio, and then I have your moon as Leo. Yeah, that sounds about right. You believe it was night? Okay, we can edit. That helps. Still kind of has you. I kind of feel like it still has you the same. So it's just flipped these, but it still has you the same. So this is the closest that we're gonna get. You guys have to have your birth time. That's the only way you can get like accurate, but this still works. This still works because I'm channeling too. Okay. So, look. 30. Ooh, Cindy. So this is going to be happening in your 11th house. So what was it about like 6 months ago? What was it about groups, about um, understanding that? What did you have to let go of that had to do with groups, that had to do with maybe even something with the internet, maybe even social media. Um, the people that you attracted, that you were attracting, did you come to some understanding and had to like, did something change 6 months ago? Because that's what this looks like. When you had the Libra lunar eclipse, something was closing out, right? So now that you have been working on this, you're about to gain something in the next 6 months. It's time that I think you're understanding this. Like there's some closure going on with, I don't need this BS anymore. With whoever this is or whatever group this is or whatever. Yeah, it doesn't just have to be like social media groups. It could be like, I don't know, church groups. It could be any kind of group, right? And a group can just mean two people too. So it could be the three of y'all. But there's something closing out, something that you realize you didn't want to do anymore. And over the next 6 months, you've been working on this for the last 6 months. And over the next 6 months, as you stand your ground, and I feel like you're really understanding who you want around you now, what you want around you now, how you want to be social or not social anymore. Does that make sense? And see, she's got all these green. Yeah. She's got all this green. Yeah. So your 10th house. Yeah. So absolutely, because that was, so Virgo is in your 10th house, although it just finished up in your 11th house, right? So even though it was an ending of something, and as that happens, she will be gaining something. And see all this green here? You're not like Aries. Poor Aries. I'm gonna pick on you, Aries. But you're not like Aries. You got some green going on, right? So you got sextiles going on. So all of this is going to be like sextiling your moon. This has to do with your emotions and your belief system of what you are going to believe and what it's almost, I feel like I'm fighting. I feel like I'm like, all of a sudden I'm like, you know what? This is enough of the bullshit. I don't believe that. They can tell me whatever. I don't care. I'm going to believe this. It may not make sense to anybody, but I'm going to believe it. That's how I feel like when I look at your moon. And as you do this, it's trining this next 6 months. So that means as you do it, which is the action, you get gifts, you get things, you get notoriety, you get recognized, you get the raise, you get the position, you get it, right? Look how it's trining this Pluto. And it's these are all good aspects. It's trining all of this. The Uranus, it comes from nowhere. The Mars, it gives you the gumption. But Black Moon Lilith is not playing in here. She's like, we're doing it this way, and that's just the way it's going to be. I will not lay down. I will stand my ground. And I feel like you come to this understanding that you don't have to be I feel like you come to this understanding where you're like, yes, I am a badass. Doesn't mean I have to be a badass all the time. I just am what I am. And either you like me or you don't. And I feel like because this had to do with your work, that may be what's going on. But as you do this, I feel like you're going to be getting the gifts. And look at this trine. It's trining. So it's trining. You came into this world with a 29-degree Pluto, girl. In Virgo. Woo. Good Lord. You are ending something big. Does that make sense? You're ending something big. And you have the 29. How crazy is that, guys? So so we all have 29 degrees Capricorn that Pluto's at right now, right? So the ending, it's the final finite, right? Of Capricorn. No more Capricorn. We will never see Pluto in Capricorn in our lifetime again. That's it. No more, right? That's what's happening in her lifetimes. She's got the 29-degree Virgo. Like, she's coming to a big understanding about how she treats herself, about what she wants to do and how she doesn't have to give everything up to be of service, how to understand her body and her soul and her spiritual practice and how it all works on this earth. Like she's got some big stuff going on. Yeah. And then you got these trines, like it's all helping you too right now. It's all helping you too. So I would say over the next 6 months, you got some big stuff. Like on the outside, yeah, it could, you're going to get some gifts, but I feel like on the inside, you're going to finally like get some relief in the things. It's almost like I understand 98% of it, but there's 2% I still don't get. And I feel like you get it in the next 6 months. That makes sense? That's crazy. And then look, girl, look at you. You were born with Venus, so she was born with Pluto at 29 degree Virgo. That means in this lifetime she will master this. Um, and then you were born with Venus in your 12th house in Scorpio. That's crazy. Where is? Yeah. And then she's got this Venus in Scorpio, like it's activating it. Ooh, girl. And then you got Jupiter right there. Yeah, you've got some stuff coming. I would say you're gonna be shocked. Because you're thinking you know everything. You're thinking, and I would too. This is not like an ego thing. You're thinking there's nothing that can surprise me because I believe so much in the universe and because I have that understanding. Does that make sense? It's almost like nothing could surprise you because you've been through so much. And you're about to be surprised in the next 6 months. I think a lot of us in this group have interesting charts. Yeah, this is crazy because she thinks she can't be surprised and find joy. I'm not saying happiness. I'm saying joy. Like, I feel like there's a longing there somewhere. It could be in your fourth house down here, right? Where I want to be happy and gleeful. Like, I want to be joyous. But it's like I know so much that I'm serious. But I want to be joyous. And I don't think anything can surprise me. But guess what? It's about to. It's about to. In the next 6 months. Look at this green. That's crazy. And look at her. Like you were right there. Look at that Neptune. Girl, you can manifest whatever you want. That's Sun and Mercury. Mercury right there is processing the energy to help you transmute it and manifest at Neptune 0 degrees that you were born with in Scorpio. Oh, I'm sorry, in Sagittarius, which is the bigger understanding. I am shocked. I'm shocked too. I'm like, should she be up here teaching? Oh, I think I think you're about to find some joy. I think you're about to find some joy. I'm hoping for some green. You go, girl. Exactly. So this is going to be going on over the next 6 months. I've got to know what this is, Cindy. You got to keep coming back and telling us because this is crazy. I guess I'd never seen your chart. I thought I had. Interesting. So interesting. Okay. And then the last one we're going to do is Ellen. Do you have any questions about that, Cindy? I know I'm not telling you exactly. Like, Venus was talking to me a minute ago, and then all of a sudden she ain't talking. So, but I get it because you know a lot. You know a lot. So, like, let me make this clear. We are all of us in this group are really old souls. She actually remembers the stuff that I put y'all under for. Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, let's do Ellen. That's really cool, Cindy. Really cool. Ellen, I'm just gonna put your name as Ellen Ranch because that's how I'll remember you, and I have several Ellens. So, so it's middle town. Connecticut. And you were born on September. Oh, Ellen, your birthday was. That's right. Your birthday is like my grandson. 1967. 9:18 Eastern. 9:18 p.m. Okay. Ellen, does this look right? You are a Taurus ascending. You are a 29-degree Virgo. Wow. Yes, please. And you're a Taurus. Ellen, you are all grounded. No wonder you have a ranch. Ellen, I can tell you right now where you need to stop. This is coming through really big. You need to learn to balance. How do I say this? You need to learn that just because you think it's balanced doesn't mean it's actually balanced. And you can get such... It's not rage, but it's like such behind something that if it doesn't go your way, you will make yourself sick. Does that make sense? Yeah. I'm not even looking at the... Yeah. You can make yourself sick. You need to learn to process. And it has to be in balance. But not just your balance. It's got to be like, you got to look outside of yourself. I don't even know how to explain this because you're a Taurus, which, oh my God, I love Taurus. Okay. My mother was a Taurus. I love Taurus. But you will feel your perception will be with such vigor, like such, I don't know how to describe this, other than, no, that's the way it's going to be because that is what's fair. And sometimes you don't know the whole story. And sometimes what you think is fair is not fair. And then all the guilt and the shame comes if it doesn't turn out to be that way. Like, for some reason, this is the message I'm getting for you. I haven't even looked at the transit, but I think this is important for what's going on now in the background. Does that make sense? It's too grounded. Too grounded. Cindi said she's grounded. I was like, yeah, too grounded. She's too grounded. Look at all this. Grounded. Grounded. The only thing is Capricorn. Yeah, you need like the lighter Capricorn part. You feel oftentimes, look at this area. So when we do the membership, I'm going to start teaching you guys stuff like this. See this area? This area, and I know I've said this before, this has to do with this area of your lives are relationships that you feel you don't have a choice in. Okay? This area of your life are relationships that you feel like you do have a choice in. That makes sense? Look at where all her planets are. She feels like she's doesn't have a lot of choices. And she feels like she must hold tighter to control. Does that make sense? Okay. Let me go ahead with the transit. I'm sorry. I'll get stuck on, like, I start channeling and I'll get stuck. Da, 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 da. 9, 30, 1, 2. All right. So it's all good. Life sucks right now. Don't mean to bring you down. You're not bringing anybody down. What are you talking about, Ellen? You're not bringing anybody down. We have all been through a lot of stuff. We got you. We're here for you. You're not bringing anybody down. The message is the message. It's important. Okay? We would be fakers if we were all like, la, 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 la. It's all happy, blah, blah, blah. That's all bullshit. You know that. That's not how we work here. Okay? You are not bringing anybody down. You are a light. I want you to shine brighter. Just sometimes you get stuck on the direction that you're shining, and I need you to shine a little bit wider. How about that? That makes sense? So, looks like I'm going to move the time back a little bit because I want you to see this. This is crazy. Yeah. Let's move it just another hour. Because Ellen is newer, I just wanted to see, even though you guys can, like I usually say, well, this is kind of where it's at, but I don't show you. I want to actually show her what it looks like. Okay, one more hour. Exactly. Thank you, Cindy. She said not at all. Okay. This is in your 5th house. This is happening in your 5th house. Again, you have Pluto, you have Uranus, you have the sun here. Okay? This is how you were born. You were born with the sun, Pluto, and Uranus here, right? In your 5th house. Pluto in your 5th house is so freaking hard. It is so hard. Exactly, Cindy. Thank you for saying that. I haven't looked at my chart in years. It's good to get a refresher from someone that understands it all. Yeah. I'm glad to help. And again, like Cindy said, we work together. We're all here together. So, you have the sun here, you have Uranus here, and Pluto in that 5th house is so freaking hard. So freaking hard because it messes with your psychological thing of, do I deserve true happiness? How hard do I have to work for this fucking bullshit to happen? Like, damn. Every time I think it's going to happen, it gets pulled from me. Every time I try to imagine how sweet things are and that the universe does love me and that plants are beautiful, it gets ripped. Like, that's been going on your whole life, right? And it's not like you don't see it. You see it. You have the sun there. And shit changes on a dime for you. And you try to go with the punches, but you're like, I shouldn't have done it that way. I should know better. And that's where you get stuck, right? You have to remember, it's psychological. Pluto is messing with you. He's messing with you because he knows you're very powerful, right? That's why you have to look at I don't know if I've done the 5th house yet, of my Pluto series, where I help you get out of it. But let me give you a clue, okay? The way to work with this is to look at the opposite, okay? People make you happy. The right groups make you happy. Does that make sense? Understanding who you really are so that you attract the right people, so that you work in unison. That's how you work better. You work better in groups. You're not a, I'm not going to say that you've never been a loner, but you're not like me who, or some of us who have just, no, I won't say it that way because that's going to sound like I don't think you've ever been alone. You've been alone. Because Pluto's taking it away from you. You've definitely been alone. But it's as much as like if I'm working alone, it's natural to me to work alone. For you, even though it's natural, you still have this missing piece of somebody there. Does that make sense? I'm trying to explain it. No, I'm not a fan of most humans. I do not work well in groups. I am a total hermit. Okay. Maybe that's what you've come to. Because, yeah, this is what's going on, but this is how you work with it. You have to open yourself up here. You always look at the opposite. Okay, Ellen? So because you've had such tragedy, such turmoil, such psychological BS going on here, this stuff like changes on a dime. Like my 7th house changes on a dime, your 5th house changes on a dime. Right? And you see it too. You'll see it. And you're like, oh shit, here we go again. Right? But the way to heal this, the way to get rid of, to work and tell, and the way to have Pluto look at you and say, oh, okay, you do have your power, right? The way to do that is to not be the hermit. You got to go to the 11th house. Okay? You got to open yourself up. You got to, but first you have to know who you are to open yourself up and attract those people. Right? Yeah, I quit. I don't have it in me anymore to do it. Pluto wins. Well, I mean, everybody has their choice, Ellen. Everybody. And Pluto isn't, some people don't heal their Pluto in a lifetime. They don't. And that's up to you. You know, you're part of this group, so I kind of feel like you might, but I can't like make you do it. I'm telling you how to do it if you want to do it, but that's up to you whether you want to do it. I wish that you would do it. I know that you can do it. You're already doing it. You may say Pluto wins, but you already coming in here, having this group, you know, coming in like on your own time and giving to this group. I don't think you're giving up. I think you're already doing it. That's how I feel. But I can't make you do any of that, right? I think you're part of this group. I think everyone thinks you're part of this group. I think we're very lucky to have you in this group. I think you've got a lot of knowledge. I think you're a wise soul. I think you're just tired. I think you're just tired. I was there 2 years ago. You're tired and you hate the world and you're like, why? Why would I do that? They don't even care. Why? Right? And that's okay. You have every right to feel that, and we got you here. We got you here. We've got your back. You feel that way until you just don't feel that way anymore, okay? We're not going to push you either way. Does that make sense? So it's different for everybody. I have a Pluto series, Devery. You can go watch. I haven't finished the Pluto series, but I have a Pluto series from 12th house, 1st house, 11th house, 10th house, 9th house, 8th, 3rd house, 4th house. So you're so welcome. I can listen. I'm probably not the only one that understands in this group. A lot of us understand where you're at. We're like, fuck them, fuck that. I don't care. I don't care. I'm so tired. Like, why? Why are we doing this? Why can't people behave? Like, this is coming from me, but why can't people behave? Why can't people be kind? Why does it have to be so hard? Why do I have to da 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 da? Does that make sense? Like, I've been there. That's why I took the 4 years off. I've been there. I understand completely. But I think you're doing the right thing. I'm not saying you have to do the 11th house. I'm saying I'm seeing you do the 11th house. I'm teaching everyone to look to the opposite house if you have Pluto in the 5th house, right? And I'm seeing, because you've done this in the last 6 months and you understood, you've got something coming. Black Lilith is making you stand your ground. So even though you may hate the world, hate what's going on, right? She's going to give you the gumption. And the sun and moon are going to bring you things. You're going to see the light. You're going to feel better. This is closing out something for you. Does that make sense? That's about the conversation I had with Doug when he got home from work tonight. Yeah. I get it. I get it. Don't let people steal your energy. Yeah. I get it. And I'm here to tell you I love you anyway, and you're already doing it. And you're just going to continue to do it, and you're going to reap some benefits of it. So by that, I don't mean like, oh, you're going to get a gift, blah, blah, blah. I mean, like, you're going to see. Let me tell you what happened to me. When I was there, I was like yelling, show me that they're worth it. Show me that there's still kind people here in this world. Show me. I don't see it. Show me. And I want to see it, and I want to believe, but I don't, right? And I'm telling you, over the next 4 years, I was shown so many times the kindness of people. I saw humanity again. I saw what I thought I knew humanity to be. The core. The stepping out. Like, people will go across this country and say, there's some horrible people in this country. When I go across this country, I don't see anybody but kind-hearted, sweet, willing to help, willing to give you a meal, willing to give you a ride, willing to give you, like, just kind people, right? And that's happened to me when I was at that space where I was like, show me that they're worth it, because I don't see it. And I want to see it because I want to love humanity, but I don't love them right now. I can't stand them right now. Does that make sense? I really just want to know when I'm going to stop getting smacked in the face. I really can't take any more heartbreak. Yeah. Hi, Lorna. I understand. And what I'm saying is, as you're doing this, as you're understanding yourself better, as you're cultivating your group and your people around you, like bonding that way, it is healing your Pluto, and you are going to get rewarded for this. Does that make sense? Lorna, you're coming at the last minute. I'm going to be leaving in just a minute. I love you, sister. I hope that helps, Ellen. But it is going to be happening in your 5th house, which is about you finding joy, about you finding some happiness. And that's what's going to be happening over the next 6 months for you, is some joy and some happiness, right? So. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to be leaving. I hope I helped in some way. And I will be on tomorrow between 7 and 8. Pretty much have everything settled. I mean, I got a couple things. I still don't have my chair, but again, I will be going live probably for the next 4 days. So because of you guys, because of the coffee, because of the sharing, because of you guys coming in, asking questions, sharing my stuff, liking, giving me hearts, all of that stuff, watching my stuff over and over. Because of that, I get to do this more. Because of your support, I get to come on more. My goal is to be coming on 5 days a week doing lives, right? So I love you all. Thank you so very much. I've said this from the beginning since I've come back. I'm not doing this alone. That's what I came to after that I had, where I'm like, I can't do this alone. I'm not doing it alone. I'm doing it with you guys. So we're just building our group. We've got some fabulous stuff coming. It's hard. We're going to help those people that cannot right now. Just like Ellen. We're right here. I completely understand. Right? I will try to contact Polly. I'm locked out of email and Facebook on the phone. Is 50-50 shot these days. Oh, I appreciate the reading. I hope it happened. But today I find it hard to even hope. I do love this group. We know you love us. It's okay. Say what you need to say. It's okay. It really is okay. We would be another group if we didn't let you say what you really wanted to say and needed to say. I can't expect you to always be happy. That's not real, right? You got to tell it. That's how groups and bonds are formed. We're going to be with you there with the lows and the highs. We're willing to stick it out, all of us. We mean what we say. That's who this group is, right? We love you anyway. It's okay. We love you being here, Ellen. Yeah, absolutely. I've talked about you to David, to the others, and I've said, I love her. She knows her stuff. Like, she's a really good soul. I've said that about you. I will support you with shares. No, you're not alone. No, you're not. So as to being in contact, I'm getting limited. Okay. Well, I'm going to leave. I love you, sister Lorna. I need to call you. I may be able to do that in a day or so. But I love all of you guys for being here. Thank you so much. For those of you that I couldn't get to tonight, because I start channeling and who knows how long the readings will go, but I will be on tomorrow night, 7 o'clock Pacific time, 7 to 8. Okay. So I love you, love you, love you. I will see you on the next one.